Honey toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So LSU's offense takes the field. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something.
The expressway is wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like, you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Collins. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to scramble. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on fourth.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has a run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be knocked down. So Ole Miss offense will try to get something started with their first possession. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the start corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt.
And it's picked off.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. On the run, it's Jackson. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown LSU!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Charlotte. They'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Caught behind the line. It's Jones. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. To the air. It's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Now from inside the red zone. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business, first and goal.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass, it's Howard. Got his man on the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Feeling some heat. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
To the air, it's Collins. Floats it out in space. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback will audible. They'll go to the ground. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country.
Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosion.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
Second down now after the sack. They'll run play action. They're bringing heat. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Give to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Offense. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Collins. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Trying play action. fires to the middle. It's caught. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. He's going to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21, Ole Miss, 3.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself, do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
Dances away from one. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away.
Number 48, Hans punts it away.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's Flyer's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They're going to throw it again. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Fires left. It's caught downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger.
Gonna take a shot. And it's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. App State came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Boone had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Running back searching for a hole. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He's looking to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first half performance. After that last completion, it's second down. Back to throw, it's Collins. It's complete to the right. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. Ball's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following on for a massive fumble recovery.
90-2. Okay.
Ole Miss ready to set. Got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking for room. It's Durham. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
31, Ole Miss 3.
So So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 on the play. Second down coming up.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Makes his connection. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, LSU!
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Able to pick up a couple on that last one. It's 2nd and 8 from their own 27. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him redirect.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. San Diego State is on top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Faulk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Utah State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Makes the grab down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Grab near the marker. It's Thomas. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
Takes the handoff. It's Durham. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. You wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Man, it's a bad feeling when a guy like that gets to the second level, and you know he is off to the races, going to get a big chunk of yards. Might not score, but you know he's getting a big chunk.
When the big fellas turn to chase, I mean, where do they find the balance between conserving energy for the next play and well, not getting yelled at for not running after the ball?
Well, that's when you do your fake trot, where you throw your head back and just act like you're fighting as hard as you can, but you're really running at about 50%.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Howard. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Taking it the other way. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Looking to throw, it's Howard. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he'll run across the sideline. Gain. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends.
Oh, he dropped it!
Look at see that bullshit.
Absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Man, what a break. Great job falling on the football. Great job having some awareness. The running back coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, fall on the football.
It's our most complete game we done had.
Good job by the offense.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Movement here from the tight end. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. How about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the boot, looking for his man. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
And the Rebels get the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. And off to Jones. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. They're trying to get to it.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But, man, you're starting to get now in the second half. And this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
That is no good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer instead. They're still way, way behind. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Collins. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Now the play fake. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. from a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Rebels will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He gets a block, and he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. To the air, it's Collins. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And off to Jones. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the...
Hits the accelerator to the right. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Hello? Hello? I'm good. What's going on, Doc? I'm good. What's going on?
Hit that one with some aggression for the point after.
With the Monday? From my Monday night?
Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
I won. Beat those green butt Monday night.
Guys, but take a look at this.
So I won. I beat that dude butt Monday night.
On top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Falk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Utah State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of this drive comes from 27. He wastes no time and comes out throwing.
Yeah.
He's going to run it. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just getting it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, they do. They do. They do. I just, like I said, I just haven't. Well, I don't know if it's one of the ones that maybe he might recommend or whatever, but I've been to a couple of them that's pretty nice. I just haven't. The congregation is so big.
So will the beatdown continue,
that, it's not that personal. Yeah, so I just ain't found, where I'm just ready to just settle yet.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Off the play fake. And they got him for the sack.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Howard.
Yeah.
It's caught. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience.
Actually, I'm at home right now. I went to the range this morning.
The ground, get some separation, catch it,
Yeah,
and
so I
turn
got out work early today.
Makes the grab.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. You know, do what I have to do to make it through. And I need to just buy them because, you know, you got to finish. I need to see.
How you can find something positive to take into the
next game. Hurting, but other than that, staying home and put some medicine. Just at home, relax for a little bit.
Some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't
had
a lot of success today.
Tomorrow.
I'm looking for the future.
He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. It's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. I want to make sure that, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. On the return, the ball is knocked free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around, they're beating their blocks, and the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Watkins. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Lets it go.
Right.
Fires into traffic. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out, take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Nice pitch, nice catch. Maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. This offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5.
Right.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock.
I know you told me, saying you tired, you wanted to time.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. The Tigers are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Everything going the offense's way.
Yeah,
They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us. Right now, we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail and in the future. And, you know, kind of take that, your little rub their nose in it.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. On first down from the 13-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense and pressure on the quarterback.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
That makes the score LSU 55, Ole Miss.
He just left out of here chasing me home, so Leach just got home from work. Yeah, so he thinking she got some food, so he running behind her.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
Getting ready to move here pretty soon. He's going to be getting ready to move pretty soon.
From inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down.
Yeah, we're packing in the process of packing up.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Right.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They got the explosive
everything is so spread out here.
The deal. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Yeah,
they get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try it over the left side. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
3rd down and short
right,
is exactly what you want on offense, because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short. Now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
Next week
He's knocked down
the
in the
1st week
backfield.
of April is going to be the 2nd week.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay back.
All right, stop. That's my
and they take it in for 6 more points. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. They'll try to slam it in. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further.
LSU 55, Ole Miss 37.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Open space at the 25. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Watkins. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. From that spot on the field, this is the area that we expert commentators call no man's land. So the call makes sense.
You have to go for it. You're in a situation where you're in field goal range for maybe elite kickers, but dude, go for it. You're not going to have anything to lose. Field position will still be okay. You got to go for it in these situations.
They'll leave it with him. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll try to run for it. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. After the run, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Get it out on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To throw, it's Howard. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle at Sheffield. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. A strike downfield. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Trying to get to him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.